हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आई वेलकम यू ऑल ऑन माय यूट्यूब चैनल रसायन सेतु। सो गाइस, कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? आई होप सर्दियाँ एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे। ये कोरोना टाइम ने काफ़ी सबको परेशान किया और अब जैसा हो ही रहा है अपने कंट्री में कि वापस से स्कूल कॉलेजेस ओपन हो रहे हैं, वापस से लाइफ ट्रैक पर आ रही है एंड एग्ज़ाम्स वगैरह भी होने स्टार्ट हो गए हैं। आई होप आपने अपना जो लास्ट ईयर नवंबर में नेट का एग्ज़ाम हुआ होगा वो भी अच्छे से दिया होगा एंड आप सभी उसके रिज़ल्ट के इंतज़ार में हैं। सो ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द रिज़ल्ट्स ऑफ योर नेट एग्ज़ाम एंड जो अब गेट का एग्ज़ाम आने वाला है आपका फेब मंथ में, उसके लिए भी आप सभी को ऑल द बेस्ट। ओके फ्रेंड्स, काफ़ी टाइम बाद अपन सब मिल रहे हैं एंड सॉरी फ्रेंड्स कि बीच में इतना गैप हो गया। मैंने काफ़ी टाइम से वीडियोस अपलोड नहीं करी, लेकिन आप लोगों का सपोर्ट ही है जो मुझे मोटिवेट करता रहता है। सो फ्रेंड्स, अब मेरे पूरी कोशिश रहेगी कि हमारा बीच में गैप ना आए एंड हम हमारी जो ये सीरीज़ है जहाँ पर मैं आपके क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करवाता हूँ प्रीवियस ईयर्स के, लाइक नेट गेट एंड डिफर एग्जाम्स के, उसको हम कंटिन्यू कर सकें। ओके, सो उसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए आज से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे आपके गेट एग्ज़ाम की प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सीरीज़ कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स की। तो जो आज का हमारा वीडियो है, ये इस वीडियो में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स के गेट 2015 में आए हुए क्वेश्चंस को। ओके, सो इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन केमिस्ट्री which was asked in GATE 2015 exam. Okay, so let's start. Now see, this is your first question and it says the absorption spectrum of TiS2O whole 6 3 plus it is a coordinating compound. So okay, in solution comprises of a maximum with a shoulder. The reason for the shoulder is, and we have four options, that is ligand to metal charge transfer, metal to ligand charge transfer, John Taylor distortion and Navier-Stokes effect. Okay friends, सो फ्रेंड्स, इन दिस क्वेश्चन आपको पता करना है कि जो गिवन कॉम्प्लेक्स है इसके जो एब्जॉर्प्शन पीक है या जो एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रम है उसमें एक मैक्सिमम के साथ एक शोल्डर पीक भी, मीन्स एक ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम है इस कॉम्प्लेक्स का। तो उसका रीज़न क्या है इन चार ऑप्शन में से? ओके, सो लेट्स डू द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन फ्रेंड्स। ओके, नाउ वी हैव अ कॉम्प्लेक्स दैट इज TiS2 whole 6 3 plus. That means in this complex we have a titanium metal ion with 3 plus oxidation state. Okay, and you know very well that in 3 plus oxidation state titanium has only a single electron present in its d orbital, so its electronic configuration is 3d1 in this state. Okay, now friends, in this question they give us that it comprises a maximum with a shoulder. Its absorption spectrum comprises, means in absorption spectrum of this complex, it is a broad spectrum. Now what is the reason behind this broadness of the absorption spectrum of this complex? Okay, so friends, first of all, what is the concept behind this phenomenon, that is broad spectrum or of absorption spectrum? So friends, in general, the number of absorption bands of metal complex will increase or split when distortion in geometry occurs. Okay, the reason behind the broadness of absorption spectrum or when any absorption spectrum is split, the reason behind this, the distortion in the geometry of this complex. Okay, so distortion in the geometry is the main reason behind the broadness of absorption spectrum. Okay, now what is the factor causes distortion in geometry? So in general we have two factors that cause distortion in geometry in your coordinating complexes. That is, the first factor is either by replacement of ligand, okay, or the second reason is the John Taylor distortion in excited state. John Taylor distortion in excited state of a molecule of complex. Okay, now in this question we have a complex that is TiH2 whole 6 3 plus. It means the all ligands are identical and the broad spectrum of this complex. That means here uh, the replacement of ligand not occurs. Okay, according to your question. So the next factor is John Taylor distortion in excited state. So this is the responsible factor by which we say that its absorption spectrum will be a broad spectrum. John Taylor distortion in excited state. Now what now we say that when we irradiate a sample with sunlight or UV light, okay, so there will be a presence of John Taylor distortion in excited state. Now how can we say? See, this is your complex in its ground state. When we irradiate this sample, that is H nu, okay, this will goes into excited state. Okay, this is a ground state and this is a excited state. Now here we see that it is a D1 system. The electronic configuration of this titanium 3 plus is 3D1, and in its ground state its single electron present in T2g orbital. Okay, T2g1 Eg0. This is a electronic configuration in ground state, and when irradiation occurs, this single electron goes to excited state, that is in Eg orbital. So in excited state its electron configuration is T2g0 Eg1. Okay, and we know very well when Eg orbitals are unsymmetrically filled in octahedral complexity, then there will be a significant John Taylor distortion present. When in any octahedral complex there is a unsymmetrical filling of Eg orbitals occur, then that means this complex has a John Taylor distortion in its geometry, which is responsible for the distortionness of the geometry of the complex. Okay, so John Taylor distortion in excited state is the responsible factor for the broad spectrum of this complex. Understand? So according to this concept, I hope you understand it. Okay, so your option number C is the correct answer for this question. See in the comment, friends, your option number C is the correct answer, that is John Taylor distortion in excited state. So John Taylor distortion is responsible for the shoulder peak in absorption spectrum of this complex. Okay, now let's move towards our next question, and see, it says the intense red color of this complex where BPY is equals to 2,2-pyridine is due to, and we have four options. Okay, so friends, इस क्वेश्चन में आपको ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स गिवन है इसका इंटेंस रेड कलर किस कारण से होता है, इन चार ऑप्शन में से आपको फाइंड करना है. ओके, सो लेट्स डू द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. नाउ वी हैव अ कॉम्प्लेक्स that is FeBpy whole thrice 2 plus. It means here iron is present in +2 oxidation state, and when we talk about iron +2, it means its electronic configuration will be 3d6. It means it has 6 electrons present in its d orbital. Now let's talk about ligand. This ligand, that is 2,2-bipyridine. This is a well-known example of the ligand which have low-lying empty or vacant orbitals, anti-bonding orbitals. Okay, this ligand has vacant anti-bonding pi orbitals. It has vacant anti-bonding pi orbitals. And we know very well that in charge transfer spectra, when there is a present of filled orbitals of metal and vacant orbitals of ligand, then there is a possibility when the metal atom transfer its charge to the vacant orbitals of ligand. Okay, means the complex having vacant low lying ligand orbitals, vacant low lying ligand orbitals and occupied metal orbitals has possibility of transition from d orbital of metal to antibonding orbital of ligand. Okay, uh, so this extra transition will be responsible for the intense color of these complexes. This is the extra transition, okay, by which they show a intense color. So we have a two possibilities, that is in complex having vacant low lying ligand orbitals and occupied metal orbitals, or vice versa. So in this type of condition we have a possibility of metal to ligand charge transfer. In this complex, this phenomenon observed, that is charge transfer from filled orbitals of metal to empty low-lying orbitals of ligand, and this phenomenon is responsible for the intense red color of this complex. Okay, so metal to ligand charge transfer, which is your option number A. Okay, now friends, in this question you see that option D is intervalence charge transfer. Now what is the intervalence charge transfer? The intervalence charge transfer present in those complexes which have at least one metal-metal bond. At least one metal-metal bond present in the complex. Okay, so those complexes which have metal-metal bonds present, so in this type of complex there will be an intervalence charge transfer phenomenon. Okay, but in this complex you clearly see that there is a only single iron atom present in the complex. Okay, so here no metal bond present, so intervalence charge transfer not present. So only metal to ligand charge transfer spectrum observed in this condition, because it has and low lying vacant antibonding orbitals of ligand and occupied orbitals of metal. Understand friends? Okay, now we move towards our next question, and see, it says the complex this and this are. So we have two complexes and you must find that both complexes are paramagnetic or diamagnetic, or paramagnetic or diamagnetic. Okay, so let's do the solution of this question. Now friends, see, the first complex is K2NiF6, and in this complex it will be NiF6 2 minus complex. Okay, because two potassium present and potassium has single valence positive ion, so it means it has 2 minus. So that means here nickel present in +4 oxidation state. Nickel is in +4 oxidation state. Okay, now you know very well that fluorine is a weak field ligand. Okay, fluorine is weak field ligand. So that means no pairing occurs in nickel +4 oxidation state. Okay, no pairing occurs, and in this condition the electronic configuration of nickel 4 plus is 3d6. That means this type 2 3 4 5 and 6, and fluorine is a weak field ligand, so there will be no pairing occur. That means it has 4 unpaired electron, and we know very well that complex has unpaired electrons are paramagnetic in nature. Okay, but friends, remember, this is a exceptional case. This is a exceptional case. K2NiF6. It is a exceptional case in your coordination chemistry. That's why they ask you in this GATE exam. Okay, this is an exceptional case. Why this is an exceptional case? See that the higher electron deficiency of nickel 4 plus, when the higher electron deficiency of nickel, okay, combined with the electron densities of fluorine, they create a strong electric field enough to cause pairing in this complex. When its higher deficiency pair up with this electron densities of fluorine is a very high electronegative element, so they create a strong electric field enough to cause pairing. Okay, uh, I can write this statement. See, when the higher electron deficiency of nickel 4 plus, okay, combined with the electron densities of F minus, it will create a strong electric field enough to cause pairing, enough to cause pairing. So when nickel 4 plus is combined with 6 fluorine ligands, its unpaired electrons will be paired up. Okay, so its 3D 6 electronic configuration will be in this form: 1 2 3 4 5 6. All electrons will be paired, not this configuration, this will be present. And on the basis of this electronic configuration, we clearly say that this complex will be diamagnetic in nature, because there is no unpaired electron present in this complex, so it will be diamagnetic. Your first complex, that is K2NiF6. Okay, now the next complex is K3COF6. Now this complex is COF6 3 minus, that means CO3 plus. Again, this is a 3D6 system. It is a 3D6 system, and this is not an exceptional case one. This is a normal case in which fluorine act as a normal weak field ligand. Okay, the this case is one of the exceptional cases, but here fluorine act as a weak field ligand, so the CO3 plus electronic configuration will be in this form. In which four unpaired electrons are present. That means this complex are paramagnetic. So your first complex will be diamagnetic and your second complex will be paramagnetic, and on the basis of these properties, your option number D will be correct answer, that is diamagnetic and paramagnetic respectively. Okay, so option D is the correct answer for this question. Understand, friends? Okay, again it is a, but please remember friends, this is an exceptional case. Okay, I hope you understand it. Now let's move towards our next question, and see, it says identify X in the reaction. We have a reaction and we must find the product of this reaction, and we have a 4 options in this question. Okay friends, So let's do the solution of this question. Now friends, we have a reaction in between PtNH3 whole 4 2 plus 2HCl. I hope friends you remember that this problem is directly asked from your trans effect. This is a question from trans effect in which the reaction occurs between PtNH3 whole 4 2 plus and in between 2 moles of Cl minus. Okay. So what is a trans effect? First we discuss. The trans effect is ability of a ligand in the complex to direct the incoming ligand to occupy a trans position to it. Okay. What is a trans effect? See, ability of a ligand in the complex to direct the incoming ligand to direct the incoming ligand to occupy trans position to it. Okay, this is a trans effect. Now when 1 mole of PtNH3 whole 4 2 plus is react with 1 mole of Cl, what is the product we obtain? See, PtNH3 whole 4 plus Cl. This will be your product, first product. Okay, 1 mole of NH3 is replaced by 1 mole of Cl minus. Now after that, when this complex is react with another mole of Cl minus, there will be a 2 ligand present in this complex, that is one is Cl and one is NH3. So in this complex, the deciding factor is the transdirecting nature of the ligand, and we clearly know that the transdirecting nature of Cl minus is higher than NH3. So incoming ligand occupy the positions trans to chlorine rather than NH3. Okay, because the transdirecting nature of Cl minus is greater than NH3, so the next chlorine atom will occupy the position of trans to Cl, not trans to NH3. Okay, so the next and final product is this. This is the final product of this reaction, and this product is nothing but transplatin. This is your transplatin, and your transplatin is option number B. Okay, see once again, this is a direct question asking from your trans effect. So transplatin is the major product of this reaction. Understand, option number B is the correct answer. Okay, I hope you understand it. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो ये थे आपके प्रीवियस ईयर गेट 2015 के कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड से क्वेश्चन फ्रेंड्स. आई होप आपको समझ आए होंगे. ठीक है फ्रेंड्स, फिर भी किसी भी तरह की डिफ़िकल्टी आती है तो कमेंट सेक्शन में आके ज़रूर पूछिए. सो थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.